I love you. My dreams seem clearer now. They all have some meaning now. I've got no doubts. I know what I found. I found the other part of me. You're the keeper of my freedom. You're the other part of me. And you're all I need from now your love is
Well, I'm looking at Charay here, and I'm also asking Cynda Williams to come back on in. This is our first time ever using this system, and um, you know, it's getting used to it. Charay, you hear me?
Mute mic. You can hear me?
I hear you.
I'm trying to. There's an echo. I don't know if you got my message, but there's an echo.
Okay, now I want
When
to
you're
find
talking
out.
now, it seems fine.
I want to make sure that I see you, Charay. Now I'm looking at Cynda.
I'm trying to figure out how to make. Yeah, I hear an echo.
Let me see why. You know, We'll get it right eventually. I was trying to call Shoni, my there's an echo. I see that. I was trying to call Shoni to see if she make sure that we're doing everything correctly. I'm trying to get her right now. Y'all hold on, y'all. We're live. A lot of stuff happens when you're live. Okay, let's see if I can get her. And cause she can come in and straighten a lot of things out for us. I saw there's Cynda. Cynda, can you hear me? Cynda?
Hello. Hello.
Well, she told me to make sure that I see Cynda's picture of this on, but
Yeah.
I can't hear her.
Yeah. Every time I talk, there's an echo though.
We're gonna fix that. We're gonna find out why we're having an echo. Anyway, how you doing, Ray?
I'm great. Do you know how to make my video bigger? Right now, it's myself that echo.
Okay, let me make sure everything is off on my phone. There's nothing on my phone. And I see Cynda is on, but I need to get her in. And I need to know that I need to see if we can hear her.
Okay, well, I figured out how to make it bigger.
She said you need to unmute my audio and turn on my video. Okay. I need to, she says she's used to this. She says she's used to working these things, which media asset, got that. She said I need to unmute her video. Okay, I just see me and you, Charay.
I'm sorry. Oh,
At
boy.
your camera. Y'all hold on. Do I hear Cynda Williams?
Turn the light on. Turn it back up. What? Okay.
Okay. Wait a minute. Hold on. That's why we taking this. See, we got 4 minutes before we're actually supposed to be on. Okay. Okay. I need to invite Cynda on. I'm looking for that. Let me see if I can send I'm another link.
And for some reason, it's not allowing me to browse. It's blocking my microphone and my camera. I'm going to try it on my cell phone.
Okay, because I got Ray on.
I know. I saw you guys. I heard you talking and everything.
Okay, we got another 3 minutes. We got plenty of time.
I'm going to try it on my phone.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Just to let you know, Mr. Cumings, I can barely hear her.
That was her phone. What's that echo? Let me see if I can get it's got a new okay, I see. There's Cynda there. Okay, Cynda. This is authenticated with YouTube. Okay. Okay. Add to stage.
Hello. Can you see me? I can see you.
Okay.
Hello. Can you hear me now? Hello. So there's an echo. I'm gonna get my earphones and see if that helps.
Okay, Cynda, I see you. How did we stop that echo?
Well, I don't think that. I don't know what's causing the echo. It's not here. I have one device.
Can't unmute. Yes, because
Hello.
see if I can do. Hold on, Cynda. Everybody, if you all are watching us live, this is our first time having an interview period. We have fabulous people with us. Cynda Williams, you may know her from Full Better Blues. Charay Vaughn, a great stage actress and director. And we're just trying to pull it all together. Now, it may take us, this is our first time doing it, which is no excuse. That's why we came on 15 minutes earlier. But we're going to get it. You know, we're going to get it down. And this won't keep happening. You know, I'm trying to reach my niece, Joni, who set me up with this and with this new platform, and I can't reach her, and she could really be directing all of this stuff. But I'm happy to see you, Cynda. We've been pushing you. Your song is hotter than Firecracker. Okay, you're hot. You're very hot. Charay, basically, this is going to be your talk show. You know, I'm gonna put you in charge of interviewing people, and this is going to be your platform for your talk show. And I may have to get Stoney in here to help us pull it all together. But I'm happy to see you. Cynda, you mentioned about your surprise adventure with the other part of me. I can hear you. I got an echo, but I'm quite sure. I don't know if they can hear echo out there in the audience. But tell me about this journey, because I heard you mention that.
Can you mute yourself?
Yeah, that's not good. I'm getting an echo. I don't know if it's my microphone or exactly what it is. I'm gonna turn my mic off. Does that help? You say you can't even hear me.
You can't.
Y'all turn your phones off. Turn your Bluetooth and all that stuff off.
Yeah, I think if you mute yourself, maybe it
You think it's on mine again?
Yeah.
I need to turn something off. Am I still echoing, y'all? It's y'all.
They're streaming from different services, and I'm thinking the echo is
Ray, you're echoing. Y'all are, I'm not echoing. Y'all echoing. Charay, you were echoing.
We're both echoing.
Well,
If Charay asks questions and you mute yourself, maybe it'll work.
wait. Okay, can y'all hear me?
I still hear an echo. We should either do Facebook Live or we should do Zoom and then, submit it that way. I don't know. What do you want to do? Can you hear me, Cynda?
I can. But I'm echoing, and I know it's usually from the host side when that happens.
Yeah.
We can do a Instagram live, we can do a Facebook live, whatever.
Right. Right. Yeah. So, I don't know what he's trying to do now, but
I think he needs assistance. I think someone needs to set it up. I've never used it myself because I know I've used it a million times with other people doing it.
Other people,
but they knew what they were doing. I've never done it myself, so
right,
I can't even give any guidance because I don't know.
Right.
I do all my stuff live on specific platforms and then share it.
Gotcha. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, at first I thought we was going to do Facebook Live too as well and just have people tap in that way and then we can just share that link out. And then I remember you had said something about Zoom, so then I was like, well, maybe we doing it on Zoom, and then I saw a StreamYard link and I was like, okay.
Yeah. And I have a Zoom link, but I don't have the, I don't pay for it, so it's only 40 minutes.
Oh, okay.
But we're not echoing now because he's not on here.
Right, we're not. Yeah, that's right. It stopped. That's right.
It's on his side. It's something to do with
that's what I kind of figured. Yeah.
So the question is, it says we're live.
We're still live?
Watching?
Oh.
Yes.
Well, hello, everybody. Well, my name is Charay Vaughn. I am the host of Let's Talk About It, which is a community talk show that focuses on issues affecting our community and much more. And I want to thank Mr. Cumings for allowing me to come in and share on his platform to be introduced to the beautiful Cynda Williams, who is an actress, singer, and a movie producer. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, ma'am. So we're just going to jump into a little bit about what you're working on currently,
Mhm.
The past, some of the past things that I'm pretty sure people that don't know you will want to know about, because everybody know the movie, the film Mo Better Blues with Denzel Washington. Okay.
Mhm. Mhm.
So they probably want to know a little bit of insight on that. And then how did you come about to meet Mr. Cummings?
Mhm.
And so tell us a little bit more about who you are and where do you hail from?
Okay. My name is Cynda Williams. I am from Chicago originally. I've lived quite a few places, though I left Chicago when I started high school, and I was in Indiana for about 8 years, high school and college. I always knew I wanted to be a singer. I always knew I wanted to be an actress. That was always the plan. In Indiana, I was a theater major, studying music, doing vocal lessons, and all that kind of stuff. And then I moved to New York and got my first gig, which was Mo Better Blues. That was my very first movie.
Wow.
And so it opened doors for me as a singer, as an actress, and just into that entertainment world. Um, and so I've been very fortunate to
Wow.
have a career. I spent a lot of years primarily acting because I had the path for the singer and a path for the acting. And I sang in a lot of movies, but the music world was a little different than what I felt comfortable with. I didn't really want to be controlled when it comes to the music I sang and how I presented myself. And they really didn't want to do the work to use me,
Mhm.
the real person. They really wanted to just do Mo Better Blues, Clark Benincourt character, and me to sing, jazz. And jazz was not my style. I
Right.
only sang that for the movie.
Right.
And I can sing any style, but that was
Mhm.
never my intention to be a jazz singer. But that movie kind of made me one,
Wow.
and I wasn't really into that, so I just did my own thing musically. I had bands, and I ended up doing a lot of jazz stuff because jazz musicians were fans and
Mhm.
wanted to work with me. And so I ended up learning a lot of standards and going out and mainly the East Coast, doing a lot of shows and stuff, and working with different producers, but never really finding the right fit for me. And so I just figured, God's will. I'll sing if I'm meant to sing, and I just do my live stuff, and my bread and butter for years was acting. Now it's I'm more of a writer. I'm
Okay.
a writer, producer, developmental on the developmental side of things, and I love it very much. But this year, for some reason, all of these different producers have come to me to sing. And I don't know what changed. I don't know what happened. I have no idea because it wasn't anything I was doing. I hadn't sung live since before COVID. Before COVID, I had all kind of gigs, but
Mhm.
I stopped singing because they stopped paying and I wasn't going to work for free. Um,
Right.
but Jerry reached out to me, or Apostle Cummings. I call him by his first name. We're friends and becoming friends. And reached out to me actually for the capacity of me being a director, possibly direct his biopic, his story from Gold to Glory. And I at the time was like, several people have been asking about directing, and that wasn't something at that time that I was ready to do. So I said, I'd love to be involved. I'd love to help you any way that I can, but I'm not sure that you want a novice director. I think you need someone that's done it before, that knows what they're doing and whatever. And
Gotcha.
so we've talked over the years about it, his wife and I. But I guess maybe in the last several months, he decided that he really wanted to pursue me as a singer and also be in his projects and stuff like that, play his mother, different things. And so after listening to me sing, he decided that he wanted to hear me sing the other part of me, which is a style that I've never really sung. It's very new to me. And actually it was quite high in my range. I can sing high soprano, but I prefer singing mezzo. So it's a little bit, it doesn't quite sound the way I sound when I sing other songs, but I've loved the experience. And I made a pact with a friend of mine. We were kind of on an accountability journey together, and he's a musician and I'm a singer, actress. And he's like, let's say yes to things that we might say no to, you know, let's say yes. And so when he asked me, I just I said, do what you do, and you just tell me what you want and I'll do my best. Even though it's not my style, even though, you know, it's a different direction that I would have said no last year because it's a different genre. But since I had made a decision to say yes to things, it was a nice challenge for me, trying to find the believability and the love in my heart for this person in a key that's so high. And so it's been a learning journey for me, and it's definitely been about letting go and letting God, because I have no control, I have no say. Even the pictures of me aren't pictures of me, you know, that I would choose, because they're not even me. It's AI. And
Girl,
and my friends are like, who is that?
right.
But my fans, they buy it. Then my fans are like, oh my gosh, you look so beautiful. I'm like, if only I look like that.
You
But
do. You do. I look
I
a little
am not that
questionable, but
little.
yeah, you do. I was like, Mr. Cummings, what is that?
That ain't me. But we haven't had the time because I have so many things going on. We haven't had the time to do a photo shoot. So I was like, I'm saying yes. So go on and use that girl. I don't know who that is. But go on and use it.
It's a pretty picture. It is.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's just not me. But I can see how I can see how AI could come up with that rendering, because, you know, there are similarities for sure. But people that know me know it's not me. They're like, who is that? As a matter of fact, I had a friend who was like, somebody's trying to steal your stuff. They're using your name and all this kind of stuff. I was like, no, that's me. He's like, no, that's not you. I'm like, it's me. It's just not my picture.
Right. It's just AI generated.
Yeah. But it's been you know, I'm really enjoying it. I love Mr. Cumings and what he's doing, and his passion, and in the song. And it was really great timing for me to sing the song, because, to be honest with you, I have not felt that way before, really. That the other part of me, the lyrics are so romantic and so beautiful and so not anything I experienced in my life, right? I'm like, I don't know anything about no romance. You know, I don't watch romance novels. I don't believe in that garbage. This stuff is not real. I can pretend and act like I feel that way in a movie, but in real life, that ain't me. And so me singing a song like that would have been a stretch, but I just happened to meet someone right around this time who I actually feel that way about. And so when he told me what he wanted and what the song was about to him, this is Jerry, I could then say, okay, yeah, I feel this. I'm vibing with this because this is how I feel right now. So it was perfect timing for me to sing a song, a love song like this, and mean it. You know?
Right. Wow. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
I did hear the song. It is beautiful. And so you went to Chicago because I saw the picture with you and Mr. Cummings together.
Actually, there's a studio not far from me, in Northwest Indiana, and we did the recording there in it's called Crown Point, and it was a lovely studio, great engineer. And then Mr. Cummings had his producers in other places to take the recordings and do the work that they did, and they created something beautiful. You know, it's a beautiful song.
Awesome. Well, we definitely gonna have you back on. I'm gonna come back with a part 2. We're not gonna make this a lengthy interview because of all the technical difficulties, for sure.
Yes.
But I wanted to also ask you, as an actress myself and a writer and a producer of some of my own films, to get a little bit insight from you. What are some of your highs and lows in the industry?
Okay. Well, okay. First of all, getting a chance to do what I love to do and I have a passion for, it's not a job to me when I get to work. Even though it's how I have made my living for so long, it is such a joy that the fact that doors were open for me was a massive blessing because it's a very difficult business to break into.
Mhm.
And God just opened the doors right on up for me. And so
That's
that was a
awesome.
high for me. I really enjoyed working on quite a few projects, but probably my most favorite movie that I worked on was Caught Up. I did with the director Darren Scott because he had a whole lot of respect for me, and it everybody involved that I met and worked with treated me like royalty. They were beautiful, loving to me, and I felt so cared for, and I enjoyed the experience. The movie was different than I expected when it came out, but people loved the film. It's a really fun film, and I'm very thankful that I was a part of it. So that was a high. My lows have been many. When I started my career, I really was not prepared for all the Me Too movement stuff that would come my way. And I had a lot of that. And I still do, even today. I think, by the time you're in your late 50s, all that stuff's going to end, and it just doesn't. So, but it's better than it used to be because
Hello?
me did not include doing that. So that was very saddened to me because it eliminated the possibility of a lot of work for me because I wasn't willing to play that game. And so that was definitely a low. But I've never let it stop me
Yeah.
because people have the right to make the choices they want. They have the right to ask that of me, and I had the right to say no or yes. And I said no, and so I made a choice. If I'd have said yes, I would I would have international fame beyond whatever. And I know that. So I don't blame anyone because I could have made a different choice.
Mhm.
But it made me sad that I had to be given that kind of choice.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Understand. Okay. And
Mhm.
what are some of your inspirations and some of the inspirational people that were in your life during your journey?
Well, I was fortunate because I had phenomenal mentors. My uncle was the reason why, James Williams was the reason why I got into this at all. I had a lot of trauma as a young child from outside people, outside my family, but I had trauma that I never told anybody. So he could sense in me that something was different about me, something had changed. And he recognized very early on that I had a voice. So I don't even remember when I started singing with him, but he started teaching me how to sing. And that led to so many other things. So my uncle he's still my primary mentor to this day. And my grandfather was a mentor. My parents, in their way, all inspired me. My grandmother she sounded like Billie Holiday. And because I wasn't a jazz person, I didn't even know. And when I heard Billie Holiday, I was like, that sounded like my grandma. She had that kind of soulful, mournful, beautiful tone and voice. And
Wow.
so I learned how to interpret music by watching my grandmother sing spirituals and sing gospel in such a way that would bring the house down. People be crying, people be moved, and she had this haunting, strange sound, but it didn't matter that she had a different sound because she connected with them through the lyrics and the interpretations of the song. My uncle the same way. And so that's why I started learning that. And I also, was a huge fan of Diane Carroll and Sidney Poitier and so many of the, Cicely Tyson.
Yeah.
I wasn't a big movie watcher as a young person because I was too busy doing it myself, in theater and all of that kind of stuff. I really, we just weren't movie people. But when I met Spike Lee, he was kind to give me a list of 100 movies. He said, you can't do movies and be movie illiterate. So here's this list of 100 movies to watch. And I watched every one of them.
Mhm.
And that's how I started growing. So I would say everybody I've worked with, even though I've had difficult experiences, I have learned tremendously from. Not
Mhm.
just the actors and the writers and the director, the producer, but every aspect of filmmaking has taught me and has inspired me. And I am very blessed for the experiences I've had.
Wow, awesome. Yeah, I can't wait to get you back on this. There's so many questions I have for you, and so many deep questions I have for you. But I wanted to ask you, and I also want you to let everybody know where they can find you at. Do you, besides From Gold to Glory, is there any other films or stage plays that you're currently working on?
Well, I'm actually attached to quite a few films that are up and coming, but right now the business has changed, so it takes a little bit longer to get things done. I do primarily independent work. Studio work is down right now. Nobody's really
Mhm.
doing it. Hollywood is kind of shut down. But I have a film coming out in the next month or so. It's called The Midas Touch or The Midas Code. The Midas Code, I'm sorry. I'm going to the premiere for it in a couple of weeks.
Cool.
Very excited about the movie. I didn't have a great big role in it, but I had an important role in it, and I was glad to be a part of it because I think it's phenomenally made. It's out of Detroit with a friend of mine, Travis Williams, wrote and directed it and produced it. No, he didn't direct it. I'm sorry. He wrote and produced it, did the sound on it. I'm very excited about that film. I'm writing other films. That's what I do more than anything now. I'm writing screenplays. I'm writing a brand new one, and then I'm pitching a bunch of stuff I have written, trying to get produced. And then I have all my platforms, like I have my live shows and all of that. I have multiple platforms that I do, and you can find me on Instagram at Cynda Will.
Okay.
CYNDAWILL. You can follow me there, where I post almost everything. TikTok, I post more long form because I have more minutes to share. So that's at Cynda Williams 615.
Okay.
That's who I am on there, and I'm on Facebook and most of them, but I pretty much post everything on most platforms. My fan page, Cynda Williams fan page on the official Cynda Williams fan page on Facebook will get long form stuff too. So I pick and choose. I do different things, different places, depending on the audience. But I do little meditations. I talk to people, try to encourage. I have a background in mental health.
Oh,
So I always felt like my passion has given me a platform so I can perform my purpose, which is to help people feel better, help
Right.
people have hope and see life in a different way with a different perspective. And so that's what I try to do on all of my shows.
Okay. Yeah, because I know I had reached out to you via email, and I guess our schedule kind of got like a little crazy.
Mhm.
And at that time, I think you was telling me that you were teaching. You also teach?
Yeah, I have students. I have acting students that I didn't do online teaching. I would do in person, but I haven't gotten any new clients for in person. But and then I also substitute teach as a side gig
Okay.
when I'm not working or writing something or whatever. Then I go, and I love it because I get to spend time with teenagers, and the teachers that I work with are lovely. They're my friends. And it's funny because the kids don't know who I am, but all the adults know who I am. So yeah, and it's
Come here, Miss
I,
Williams.
yeah, I think I only have 2 students over the years, and they both have graduated that knew who I was. No one else knows, and I like it that way because my movies are adult movies for the most part. Although the new stuff that I'm working on, I'm very excited about because they're movies that young people can watch. And I'm playing different kind of characters now that I'm an older woman. I'm not going to be your ingenue sex symbol anymore. I mean, I might be a sex symbol forever, but I'm not going to be the girl, flip flopping all over
Right,
the
I
screen
understand.
anymore.
Yes,
That
ma'am.
those days are over.
I got you. Right, yes,
Mhm.
ma'am. Okay. Now with your shows as well, do you also interview other
I do.
people?
I am thinking about going back to. I had a radio show and a podcast called PPC podcast and radio show. That's I can't even remember what PPC. The brand was Pink Penny Confessions because that was my self-help memoir that I wrote, and so that was the brand. But I changed it to PPC because there were too many people with too little vision to understand I wasn't talking about underwear. So
Mhm.
I had to change. I had to change that. And that was primarily interview shows. My shows now are, I will have guests on. And if they want to push a product or whatever they can, we'll talk a little bit about them. But for the most part, we have themes. Like on my live show on Instagram on Thursdays at 5 p.m. Central, are universal themes. I'm trying to bring people together
Mhm.
instead of apart. So we talk about subject matters that can affect anybody, any race, any religion. It's just life, right?
Yeah.
So we talk about those things. And then I have a panel show called uh, Adult Conversations with Cynda Williams, Family and Friends. That's on YouTube once a month through my girl Doe Eyes TV. That's her Lise Carter's platform. I do it usually the end of the month. And that's a panel show where we talk about politics. We talk about what's happening in the news, those kind of topics. I have a show with my sister that we're just starting. It's called the Ascension Lab. That's on TikTok. And that is
That's
a live
awesome.
show talking about everybody's ascension, however you do it. And how we do it and how to do it in a way that you're growing constantly, evolving constantly. And it's just a safe place to talk about growth, spiritual growth.
Awesome.
So and then I got another one. I got so many things, girl.
Okay. Well, yeah, we lot to talk about. Let's talk
Yes,
about it. Yes, ma'am.
absolutely. Mhm,
Okay. Well,
mhm,
with your the films that you're currently writing,
mhm.
where would those primarily take place at, as far as filming wise?
Well, because I don't just write for myself, I write for other people. So it really
Oh,
depends.
okay.
Like one of my screenplays is for New Jersey. One of my screenplays is New York City.
Okay.
Most of the stuff that I write for me is Chicago.
Okay.
I wrote something that's in Tennessee. So, it
Okay.
depends on who it's for. But I write, most of the people that I've written for don't live in Chicago. They
Understood.
they
Now, do you
love
do
other
any
places.
voiceovers? Excuse me.
I would do voiceover. I haven't had the opportunity to. I want to do
Okay.
voiceover.
You hear
It's
that?
a
She wants to
hard,
do voiceover, y'all.
yeah,
Hit
it's
her up.
difficult to break into that business because the
Mhm.
voiceover actors don't really want to share the space with on-screen actors, which I totally understand. But I love it. I wish I could do it. I would love to do audibles. I would love to read books, because I love it. But those doors haven't opened yet. I'm also brand ambassador for a couple of things. I have a company called Home Skillet Kitchens, which
Mhm.
is an online restaurant that I'm a part of that's opening in October, that's starting in October. And I have my own little side business attached to it that's called the Cynda Williams Home Remedies
Oh,
Apothecary. So we're going to be selling like shots and, because I'm into holistic mind, body, spirit, soul connection
yeah.
and health all around. And
Right. Yeah.
so I've got that going on. I have a product with my girlfriend called Yogi Bear, Send a Bear product aesthetics. So it's all natural skin products, and some of them have some medicinal qualities. So I'm hustling, baby.
I
I'm
know that's
hustling.
right. We got to do that nowadays. We have
You
to,
can't just
by
be an
any
actor
means.
anymore. Not anymore. It used to be. Not if you want to make a living. You got to do
Yes,
other things. So multiple streams of income is the name of the game. And now that my daughter is grown and gone, doing her own life,
Okay.
and my parents have passed away,
Sorry to hear
all my responsibility for taking care of others has fallen to me for the first time in my life.
Mhm.
And so I have the time to do these things.
Gotcha. Yes,
Mhm.
ma'am. Well, we're gonna end it with number one. Definitely, everybody check out Cynda Williams show. It's 5 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Yes. Mhm.
Central Standard Time.
Yeah.
Okay, and also listen if you haven't listened to the other part of me. It's a song that's going to be featured for the Jerry Cumings From Gold to Glory. Okay, so we're going to end this show. I want to end it first with you giving some encouragement to other filmmakers,
Mhm.
actresses, and singers.
All I can say is right now is the time for shifting and changing. Things are not the way they used to be when it comes to show business. So don't come in with a closed mind and think that I have to do it the way they used to do it. Even 5 years ago, even 3 years ago. Before COVID, everything was different. Now everything has changed. But the good news is you have the potential to create wonderful works if you put your mind to it. Don't give up, and be proactive about your own career and put energy into the things that you love and want to do. Create. It's the time of creation coming from a heart center. We're getting away from logic and more into the heart. And filmmaking, in my opinion, the filmmaking that's going to excel is the filmmaking that's coming from that place. So just get out there and make your own content. We need great content to shift the minds of people.
Yes.
So I hope everybody goes for it.
I agree. And those are great ending words to a great show. Oh, and I was going to ask you too, were you a mother? So you just have one daughter?
I have one daughter. She's just turned 24 last week.
Okay.
And I love her, and I'm so excited she's coming home so we can do some work together. So it's gonna be great. Mhm.
Okay, I'm a mother too. I have 3 girls.
Oh, nice.
The clock and everything back here, they're in the other room, and I'm trying to tell them to be quiet. They're young, 5 and 7, and it's hard. It's hard.
Girls got to talk. That's okay.
Yes, ma'am. But thank you again so much for coming on to the show. I look forward to having you again. And have a good night, everybody. You always remember to let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. Thank you.
Girl. You're welcome. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Today we want to welcome Mr. Jerry Cumings and his wife, Dr. Gloria Cumings. Where are they? Are they here? Okay. All right. Let's give God praise. He's the last member of Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes. Y'all remember them?
I'm Jerry Cumings.
Jerry Cumings?
Hi, everybody. My name is Cynda Williams. You might know me from Mo Better Blues with Denzel Washington and the Dorothy Dandridge story with Halle Berry. I'm so excited that I get to participate in the new movie From Gold to Glory, the autobiography of Jerry Cumings. We start in the red clay hills of Augusta, Georgia, then move on to Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes to Carnegie Hall. I'm going to sing in this movie, a featured song, and I'm also going to act in it. I'm very excited. But in the meantime, you've got to get the must-read book, From Gold to Glory. www.fromgoldtoglory.com.
From Gold to Glory, the autobiography of Jerry Cumings.